What's up, guys? This is Caleb from Caleb's Chicken Media coming at you with another video. Now, before I start this video, there's actually a couple of things I need to cover from my last video. If you didn't check it out, you should, of my most anticipated games of 2016. I'm not kidding. I'm literally not kidding. Like 30 minutes after I uploaded the video, I was on Twitter, and one of the games that I was talking about got delayed until possibly 2017. I was like, really? Really, dude? So, Scalebound, which is the Xbox One exclusive, has a character kind of looks like the dude from Devil May Cry. You can control dragons. I believe you can become half dragon or something. I don't know. Anyways, it got delayed. It's probably going to come out in 2017. That's a really long time from now. I don't blame them because it's a new IP. It probably won't be ready for quarter 3. You don't want to release a new IP in quarter, or at least I wouldn't want to release a new IP in the holiday season. That's just not a smart move in my mind. So we'll probably see this spring 2017, or summer possibly. That sucks, man. That sucks. Anyways, a couple other things. I left out a couple games. I left out some PlayStation games. I think the only PlayStation exclusive I talked about, well, console exclusive, it's on PC, is Street Fighter V. I just kind of skipped over Uncharted 4, and I believe it's called Horizon something Dawn, First Dawn, Zero Dawn, something. Both of them look amazing, and I didn't include them in the video, and I thought about it, and I felt bad about it. So I decided to talk about it at the beginning of this video. So, now that we have that out of the way, we are here for the main event. Those were the hors d'oeuvres. This is the main course. The beef, the steak, ribeye, A1. Okay. This video is going to be the Nintendo that was probably wrong, X rumor mill. I like the spinny things, like a mill. You know what I'm talking about. Okay. So, Nintendo has this mysterious console that's coming out called the Nintendo, this is the code name, the Nintendo NX. This is the mysterious code name. I don't know what it's going to be called. I do know almost without a shadow of a doubt that it's not going to be called a Wii something. It's not going to be called something Wii. Wii's not going to be in it because the new president of Nintendo, I blanked on his name, and I probably should have it here next to me so I can say it. I feel bad. He said in a interview, I believe it was an interview, that it's not going to be a successor to the Wii. He said it is going to be a home console, but it's not going to be a successor to the Wii. So it's not going to be the Wii U to the Wii as to what this would be to the Wii U. It's not going to be something Wii. Which then begs the question, are they going to go in a different direction? And this is what we're here to talk about today. I was watching a YouTuber that I normally watch. I'm going to leave his link down in the description. His name is Obe1plays. Dude is funny. He gets you hype for games. Like, there's games where I didn't even think that I was like, whatever, I don't care about that. Watch a 3 or 4 minute video of him talking about it. You're going to be hype about it. You're going to be like, I kind of like this game now. I was watching his video about the Nintendo NX. He talks a lot about the NX. You should check his channel out. Like I said, link in the description. He was saying what he thinks the NX or Nintendo is going to do with the NX. Now, some of the rumors that have come forth about the Nintendo NX is that some devs are saying that high-end PCs are having trouble running some of the things that are on the software demos. Well, they're not necessarily having trouble. Anything that isn't like under that is having trouble, is what I should say. I worded that terribly wrong. So pretty much what they're saying is they think it's going to be either on level with an Xbox One and a PS4, or maybe even better than the Xbox One or the PS4 as far from a technical standpoint. Excuse me. Now that doesn't necessarily mean anything. It's obviously going to be powerful, and with the Wii U being so much less powerful than the 2 other consoles on the market, you have to think that Nintendo is going to be like, okay, well, we got to step up our game when we release our next console, even if we don't Because one thing the Wii U is missing, man, is third-party support. Like, if the Wii U had third-party support, they would be a contender, because I've always said this, and I'll always continue to say this. Nobody can touch Nintendo on first-party games. You can't do it. To me, really good first-party games are system sellers. For PlayStation, the two system sellers for me is Uncharted and Last of Us. Maybe God of War. Maybe for me it may be God of War, but I feel like the two for the biggest amount of consumers is Uncharted, Last of Us. Those are the two system sellers, big first-party games for Sony. For Microsoft, it is Halo and Gears of War. That's also for me. That's just how it is. Those are the games that sell systems. You can only get them on those consoles. Nintendo. I mean, do I even need to list them off? They've got the Mickey Mouse of video games. The face of video games in my mind, Mario. He's the face of video games. He's the Mickey Mouse of video games. The countless spin-offs that Mario has. Legend of Zelda. Donkey Kong. Yoshi. Pokemon. There's so many good first-party games you can only play on Nintendo consoles. So in my mind, Nintendo came out with a console. And they're like, okay, this thing is just as powerful as an Xbox One and a PS4. We have third-party support, which means when Call of Duty comes out, when Battlefield comes out, when Assassin's Creed 47 comes out, everyone knows what I'm talking about. There's 47 of them. They're pumping them out. There's an Assassin's Creed factory, and they're pumping them out. Anyways, when all these games come out that are on both consoles, The Division, well, that's not a good example because that's coming out like in a couple months. But you see what I'm saying? The games that are both on Xbox One and PS4, but they're not on the Wii U, they need to come out on the NX. There needs to be third-party support for the NX. I'm trying to tell you, because every time, every little bit, every year that's going by with the Wii U, you're losing fans, Nintendo. I hate to say it, but you're losing fans. We need to go back to the days of power. Power, man. Nintendo power. What happened to that? What happened to those commercials? Nintendo. Now you're playing with power. Power. That's what Nintendo needs. They need a powerful console for third-party support so they can have all those games that also come out. Because I understand that's not the direction they want to take. They want to be a family console. They want those things. I understand that. I get that. But it's hard not to compete with the Xbox One and the PS4 when you're in the same store. When you're right next. You know what I mean? It's like they're right there. They're right there. So it's not like, oh, well, there's a Nintendo store that's its own thing, and then there's a game store where you can just buy Xbox One and PS4 stuff. When you go into a game store, there's going to be an Xbox section, there's going to be a PlayStation section, there's going to be a Nintendo section. So as much as they want to be different from Xbox and PlayStation and do their own thing, you're going to be constantly compared to the PlayStation and the Xbox One. They're constantly compared to each other because they all do exactly the same things. That's how it is. That's how it's going to be. And Nintendo needs to realize that and realize, okay, with our next one, we got to compete. And it's just like, there's one thing I have to say about the Wii U. The Wii U sales, for where they're at, I mean, to put this in perspective, the Wii U has sold over 10 million consoles. I know for a fact. I think it might be like 13 million. It might be 12, something like that. And for them to do that without third-party support for pretty much every game that's on their console, with the exclusion of the launch, because that doesn't count. Because I mean, there was like Madden 13 and like Assassin's Creed 3 and like a Batman game, Need for Speed, I think is on there, things like that. But minus those, like minus these past couple years, for them to have nothing but Nintendo games, pretty much, nothing but exclusive Wii U games, pretty much, to be on their console and them to still sell pretty well, I think that says a lot about the brand Nintendo and Nintendo as a company and how special they are in a lot of people's eyes. That shows how much power they used to have, that they can still come out and just not have that third-party support that everyone cares about, and still do that good. I mean, not saying that, I mean, because compared to where the PlayStation is, I mean, I think it's at like 30 million something sold. That's not that great. But considering the situation that the Wii U is in, that it doesn't have that third-party support, that it's just depending on Nintendo games, that's not that bad, man. That's not, when you really think about it, put it in perspective like that, it's kind of an achievement for Nintendo. When you think about it, when you compare it to the fact that they don't have third-party support. Now, granted, if they had third-party support, I think it'd be a very different story. If they had third-party support, if the Wii U was as strong as the PS4 or the Xbox One was, Nintendo would be a contender, man. I'm trying to tell you, that's when they come out with the NX, they gotta come out swinging, man. And you see, that's another thing. They always come out with the new consoles first. So now they're going to be playing the catch-up game. Because it's not going to be, okay, the Wii U came out before the PS4 and the Xbox One. Now the NX is going to be technically what's going to be competing with the PS4 and the Xbox One. So they're coming out like 2 years late into the battle, you know what I'm saying? So in 3 or 4 years, they're going to be right back, hey, the Xbox 2 is out and the PlayStation 5's out. NX is less powerful again. It's the weakest console again. It's not going to have that third-party support again. So that's why they need to come out of the gate with a system that, in my mind, this is what they need to do. They need to come out with a system that is just as powerful, that is just as powerful or more powerful. That's what I think they need to do. Another game that I talked about, if you watch my most anticipated games 2016, this is what they need to do with Zelda Wii U, people. I'm telling you, I'm about to lay it down. Lay it down. This idea came from Obe1plays, again, link in the description. I feel like what he said, what Obi-Wan said, was so accurate. I feel like this is really what they need to do. They need to release Zelda Wii U in the summer. They need to go ahead and announce that, hey, this is the new, because Nintendo's making a new account system. They need to say any purchase you make is going to go in our entire ecosystem. So if you buy something on the Wii U and it has a 3DS version, you get to download it on the 3DS. If you bought a game on 3DS and there's a Wii U version, you get the Wii U version. Either if it's a really, really better version of the game at a discounted price, and if it's not that much better, for free. That's what they need to do. And they need to come out and announce it as the first game. The first game to be in this program of, okay, you had it on Wii U? You bought it on Wii U? You get it on the NX for free. They need to, and if they do that with the flagship game, like Zelda, that's going to show, 1, they're committed to it. 2, they're putting a lot on it. And 3, they really feel strongly about it. Because they're putting a main game right in the middle of it. They're doing it with Zelda. They're not doing it with like Minecraft Wii U or like an Animal Crossing game, which I still love Animal Crossing. I'm not trying to knock Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing is awesome. But they're taking, their 2 biggest games in my mind are Mario and Zelda. And the fact that they're going to try it with Zelda, that shows their commitment to the franchise of Zelda and their commitment to this idea in my mind. It would be a very strong thing for them to do in my mind, because you're supporting the Wii U right at the end of it for the people that have been there for you, because you're releasing a Zelda game that's probably going to be amazing, let's be honest. And saying that if you follow us into the next generation, into the NX, you're going to get it for free for what you've already paid for. And I think that is an amazing idea, and I think they really need to do that. So, that is everything. This is like 14 minutes long. Wow. That I have to say about the NX and what I believe the NX needs to do and accomplish in this upcoming year of 2016. Excuse me. Some of that idea that you heard at the end is inspired from another YouTuber named Obe1plays. His link is in the description. Go check him out. Funny, awesome guy. So, this has been everything about the Nintendo NX that I want them to do in 2016 and beyond. Thank you for watching this video. If you could comment, like, or subscribe, that would be amazing, and I would appreciate it more than you will ever know. Thank you for watching the video. I'll see you in the next one.